just across the river from Kansas City, Kansas. And when I was speaking, up walked a contractor. He said, "Look, Al, I'm a contractor, and I bumped into a building with my backhoe last week." And he says, within 10 minutes, there were 5 police cars there called Kansas State Police. And there were 10 guys in black uniforms and guns, and they were there. I'd set an alarm off, and these guys showed up. He said, "The only problem is, though, Al, at that point in time, there weren't any Kansas State Police. It was the Kansas Highway Patrol." Where did the Kansas State Police come from? Well, that's part of the foreign cops that are in our country. And they're here, and they're in place. Now, this person who wrote this, bless their heart, they have got good ideas, and this is what it says. And I want to show you the average person who's doing the thinking out there, who's trying to solve the problem. She says, "County sheriffs may be our only hope. Please alert police, sheriffs, military, all together. We can make a huge difference." All right. Well, the problem is that the person doesn't understand it. America's a wicked nation. We've done things worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. We've put it on the internet. The stuff we have to, quote, play with, and unquote, is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah ever had. Folks, she's saying, this is real and true. Pay attention. These steps are taken to target elderly and the very young. This man is killing us and taking away our freedoms. She's talking about our present administration. She says, after reading retired Kansas State Trooper Greg Evanson's article, The Death of Liberty, the final scene unfolds, I called him to discuss what he is saying. He's telling us that he's been contacted by active duty state trooper friends from several states who are all telling him of plans to erect roadblocks at key places along interstate highways and force all cars to go single file up to the barricades where you'll be given a choice. Be vaccinated on the spot and fitted with a stainless steel wrist bracelet containing an RFID chip. With your medical history, you received the vaccine, or that put on a bus and taken to a FEMA quarantine camp. Okay, that's what they're talking about here. Now, Evanson was in charge of, before he retired, they had said you need to set up plans for Homeland Security for terrorism. You need to set these things up for checkpoints and choke points. He didn't realize what he was setting them up for, but now he does. Now, if you notice in some of the medians, I first started seeing them in Mobile, Alabama, down the medians of the interstate. You'll notice 3 cables. Every 10 feet you'll see posts, and 3 cables, half-inch thick, right down the medians. You can't make a U-turn. I've said for years. I've seen that back in 98, 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I said they're setting it up so you can't make a U-turn when they have a roadblock. Oh, yeah, how about that? Now she goes on. If you don't receive the vaccine and RFID bracelet, you will be blocked from entering your place of business, your bank, your doctor, hospital, whatever. You'll be blocked from flying. The Bible tells us that you will not be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast. Police are being set up to be the new Secret Service, or the new SS, the Schutzstaffel, and many aren't liking it at all. All should rebel against this. Get this message to your county sheriff, all local police, everyone in the military, that you know our republic is under attack by this Trojan horse, the bioweapon called the swine flu vaccine, and no one should take it. Now, we've been saying this because we know in the Bible that there are going to be 1/3 to 2/3 of the Earth's population is going to be wiped out by pestilences. It says in the King James Bible, which is the right book, you have earthquakes, famines, wars, and pestilences, plural. That's pernicious diseases. And I think I told you before, you can't produce bullets fast enough to kill all the babies that's being born in China and India. You can't make enough bullets to shoot them all. The Nazis found that out. That's why they tried other ways, you know. And so what better way is to set out a pernicious disease that infects everybody exponentially? You get it, you infect 10, each 10 infect 10 more. Now they've said the first ones who have to take this stuff are going to be the health care workers. Well, the healthcare workers are rebelling also. So this thing started last month. This thing started against the healthcare and the flu vaccine. Sheriffs should realize they have the legal right to block vaccine clinics from being set up inside their jurisdictions. They have the right to do whatever they think is necessary to uphold the Constitution inside their counties, but most don't realize they have this right, and that's true. They should read Sheriff Mack's book, The County Sheriff, America's Last Hope. It's at www.sheriffmack.com. Sheriffs, police, and military should all be directed to this information as well as anything else in this alert. They must be encouraged to join the Oath Keepers. Please show your sheriff this. YouTube, which explains the mission of the Oath Keepers, which is to encourage military, sheriffs, and police to not obey illegal orders, including orders to set up roadblocks to force a vaccine on us, to force us into FEMA camps, or engage in warrantless searches of our homes, others to surround our towns, cities, turning them into concentration camps. Now, back in '95, there was an exercise down in, this is me talking, in Fort McPherson, Georgia. And during the break in the exercise, one of the lieutenants, or the guard lieutenants, had noticed there were some foreign cops participating, foreign soldiers. He walked up to them at the lunch break and said, "What are you guys doing here?" And they told him, "We're here to blow up the Beltway bridges, to simulate blowing up the Beltway bridges so the people can't escape." You see, it's control. It's control. I'm remembering this stuff as I go through, and I'm trying to bring it out. And this person saying, "Please join me as a member of Oath Keepers and urge the local sheriff and police to join it before it's too late." Now, the Fraternal Order of Police, that's me speaking. Greg Evanson, the state trooper, told us the police are being propagandized and are being told that the police must defend themselves and the state and the government from the citizen. They're the only ones who can protect the citizen. Well, that's just backwards to truth. The greatest protection a police officer has, or a sheriff has, is 200 deputized, law-abiding citizens with weapons. That's the safest way to protect a cop. A cop can't even protect himself. So this person, and I'll keep on reading, the intention of the world's ruling elite is to use this weaponized vaccine and weaponized flu to kill millions of us, and they've got the coffins stockpiled for our corpses. That's right. We saw them down in Atlanta, these big plastic boxes, you know. She says, if you don't want to end up in one of these coffins, you need to roll up your sleeves and proactively make an effort to alert everyone around you to this threat. I can't do it all by myself. And, well, it's a good idea as far as it goes, but this person evidently is completely naive to the fact that there's probably over 1 million foreign troops here right now. Now, I'm going to show you something here. America is a wicked nation, and judgment has come. When Israel sinned and fell away from God and went, quote, a-whoring after other idols, unquote, other gods, God always sent a foreign army to come and capture them. Now, I'm going to give you something here. I'm going to give you a rundown. I've kept a running log of this stuff, okay? I've kept a running log, and here is the log I have kept. Now, I've always kept what we call a master station log. It's a communicator. In '92, I started logging all these incidents. I was on a radio program, Brother Stair out of South Carolina, and those of you who don't like Brother Stair, that's your problem, okay? God does forgive. I took a picture up in 1994 in January on Route 30 in York, Pennsylvania of a regional police car. First one I'd ever seen. These roadblocks that this person is talking about, she thinks or he thinks they'll be manned by American policemen. Wrong, because I can give you quite a few examples, and I will tonight. I'll try the one in Wilmington, Illinois. I'll remember that one. I wrote it down here. I took a picture of this regional police car, and over the years I ran across 2 different people from York, Pennsylvania, and they said, "Where did you get that picture?" I said, "York, Pennsylvania." "Man, I live there. This is a nasty cop."